So this is very typical of Mercury retrograde energy, where we're right about the science card being, this is the same science card kind of thing. We had this science card appearing here, important price level end of the day, right? That was yesterday, right? So we have this important price level end of the day, and then today we have the science card between roughly 1 and 2 o'clock, maybe a little bit later than 2, and you can see it came in here right around, we were a little bit early, but it came in around what, 3:15. So that's that science card right there. And really, you could even say, I mean, it's really a range. It's never just one price level. So you could say that it was right on the ball and add this in a science card range as well. Hey, Miradula. Not sure if you caught what I was saying at the beginning, but this is very typical of Mercury retrograde, where we were expecting to see the science card, this price level here again. So we marked off the double, like the thick yellow line here, as the science card back on the 16th, and I think we probably did it again way back when. I bet you if I went back to like the 7th, I'd find the science card around here. I might go check that out in a bit. But the point is that we expected the science card to happen, but what we didn't expect is to go higher than that early in the day. So, you want to go down, buddy? You just want to sit on my lap. You go, boy. Hey, Randy. Oh, yeah, Randy, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, I know it looks a little bleak right now, but things get pretty bullish here towards the end of this month here, so very, very shortly, and then into the following month. It's been a rough year for SPC, really wild. Oh, that's the 10 years, sorry. Let's take a look. Yeah, I expect a pretty big move to the upside. There's going to be a pop and drop tomorrow, and then we should see a really big move to the upside on the 24th, maybe towards the end of the day especially, and then like the confirmation of a bullish trend on the 25th, and like a rally that increases with momentum on the 28th, a fast sudden move higher on the 29th, and then this is the Valor card in a lot of cases is very bullish as well. We may see I don't know if it'll be a highest high for the month, but it's going to be a significant high. And then the following month, we have the adjustment card in a lot of cases is like a gap up. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, AV. NVDA's price action Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, so on Wednesday, there's an important resistance level on a multi-day scale that's going to be highlighted, and we'll break down from that resistance level with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. So sometimes what happens is it's mostly bullish into that resistance, and then like you see that decline. But I think in this case, more likely we'll see this resistance early on, and then it'll be a decline day. The following day, however, we most likely break out through that resistance level to the upside, and then sideways rotation probably at a higher price level, but that would be a cash out opportunity. Matter of fact, scratch that, not a cash out opportunity. There's a trade opportunity there on Thursday, but in any case, the rally continues on Friday along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance on a multi-day scale, and then meeting a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. Actually, I mean, we already started a significant correction, Carolyn. It's not like we're not looking for a start date. It's already started, dude. It started right at the start of August. Cool, Maradula. That's what I have my family doing with their shares of SPC. We're holding, not selling anytime soon. Hey, Robert. Will Friday be the NVDA high, and will it go below 400 by October? All right, so the question is, will Friday be the NVIDIA high? You mean for like the month of August? Looks like yes, it will be, and there's opportunity there on Friday to open up a short position or take profits on a long position. Thursday or Friday, it looks like. So we probably have a gap down Friday morning and then another move to the upside is my sense. I didn't see that email, Robert. I'll take a look. August and September. The high for August and September. So it looks like it's the high for August. It's a little fuzzy. It's either we have the same high, it looks like in September. Let me try this another way. I think it's roughly the same high as in August and September is roughly the same high. It, it's hard for me to determine if it's one high or if it's the same high happening twice. Got a lot of mixed, like, unclear ones going on. I think it's probably the same high. Oh, and will NVIDIA go below 400 by October? Yes or no? I got a yes. So we got some cool readings coming out. We've got Baby Doge's 10-year, or the equivalent of the 10-year for Baby Doge coming out. We've got Energy Web Token 10-year coming out. Take a look at NVDA here. I don't have a marked up version of it, but I can still take a look at what I've got. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty unclear, guys. I'm not. It's hard for me to determine if there may be another high there, but it looks like there's a trough in between the high in August and another high in October. Yep, I got Bone coming out too. Let me see. How did I do? Where am I at with Bone? Yeah, Bone's in the works too. Libra Finance 10-year. Cadena, unless that already came out, I might have just not marked it off. There's the AMC update coming out on the 1 year as well. We don't do AMC by the month, but I'm going to do an update on the 1 year. Bring us up to speed. When do I see the ending and the upward trend ending and shifting towards bear again? Yeah, there's a Bone 10-year coming out. Or however many years, I'd have to look at where it started, but you know, the equivalent of a 10-year. All right, let's see. Where's my monthly? Okay. I meant to put this chart there. That's so annoying. So my sense is that probably on the 28th, after like this big move, it's pretty hard to determine. Well, let me look at the 28th on a 1 day, but it's hard to, from the 1 month, it's hard to determine if we go from a trough to a peak or a peak to a trough. But I think we probably go from a trough to a peak. Let's confirm that on the the 1 day readings. Ah. Oh wow. Okay. Even it's kind of difficult to determine here too. I think we probably go from a peak to a trough looking at this. But the high and the low are within such close time proximity to each other that it kind of becomes difficult on the scale as well. But my sense is probably here on the 28th we start to go back to the downside and continue lower in September. A pretty notable move there, just at the end of the day here. All right, let's see. On Friday, market's reaction to Powell's speech from Jackson Hole. It looks to be bullish, so I think expectations are bearish, and then at the end of the day, we come like out of a decline and move from the bottom of a range into the top of a range. But it's a pretty mixed day on Friday, back and forth, sideways fluidity. So this right here, so we went from this rally offering opportunity to open up a short position here, roughly 315, and then it turned into a decline. This decline offers opportunity to close that short position for a swing trade, but I think you could probably hold the decline into the close, like close it at the close. If you opened up that short position, I'd say hold it until the close for a swing for for a day trade if you're looking for a day trade. You could also hold it until tomorrow, and that's probably in the morning is where if you're looking to get out of a short position. If you're waiting to get out of a short position, I'd do it tomorrow, either first thing in the morning or at the end of the day. It's going to be kind of like a move to the upside the first part of the day, and then a move back down into a low at the end of the day. So depending on how much risk tolerance you have, but I would look to get out of a short position. I'd probably get out of the short position first thing in the morning, based on the Aeon card being the low correlation card. Can I please clarify September Tesla forecast? It has a high-low on 11/21st, when SPY has a low-high on the 14th, 25th. Yeah, I noticed that. Let's take a look. Interesting. Well, it looks like September for S&P 500 is notably more bullish, but there's the possibility of like a new high here in Tesla. It's tough. We've got the science card there. We've got the Ace of Swords there. We've got the Ace of Cups. Oy, what a mess. So I think probably Tesla's waits a little bit longer before it gets bullish at the end of the month because this does look definitively bullish, or excuse me, definitively bearish. These look like lows, pretty strong lows to me here, and I don't see them here. I don't see strong lows here. They're not always going to do the same thing. Depends on things that take place, you know. And that's the thing about ESO Meta is, I mean, I might be wrong. It happens. That could be an indication that I'm wrong, but uh, ESO Meta also will take into consideration things that we just don't see or expect. Will will Chainlink reach $100 in 2024? Oh, hold on, let me see there. I'll come back to that in a second, Miradula. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't get into any new really like any big trades right around the cusp of retrograde. I probably what you might do is you might take the overall trend direction and bet against it and look to get out of that position in just a few days after like a reversal. So like with Tesla, uh, it's hard to do that with Tesla though because it was pretty much down, then we had a reversal, and let's take a look at the August monthly. We were off by one trading day on that low. I'd probably go bullish here. You got to be really careful though. Like, don't change your plan. Know your exit going into this position. Know your planned exit, and stick to that planned exit. Whether or not you're right or wrong, stick to it. Once you're in retrograde, do not change your plans. There's going to be a lot of temptation to do so. But you could probably get away with a long there, yeah. Chain link reach $100 in 2024? Does Chainlink go to $100 in the year 2024? I got kind of a mixed card for that as well. It's a yes, but it's kind of one of those yeses that I don't feel too strongly about. I got another yes. And that one I feel strongly about. In September, I said it could hit a prominent high and low. Can it go to 300? 150? It's confusing. Where did my Tesla stuff go? Yeah, well, it can. There's going to be a prominent high and a prominent low in there, and I think we probably have a prominent low. There's some divergence here towards the end of the month. You're right about that. There's some sort of divergence here towards the end of the month between the 1 month and the 1 year. But probably what we see is this, we might see the same price level. And the reason why I say that is because we've got the Princess of Swords here in August, and we got the Ace of Swords here in September. And those are both very, very similar in energy. I thought that it would be a combined high on the cusp here, but based on what's transpired, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Yeah. Yeah, so based on what's transpired, we had this high early on in July, which would make it me more like, my sense based on that is that these are two separate highs, but they're probably the same high. So I would count on the same high, not necessarily 300 because we didn't quite make it, but I would count on that same high. And then with that said, also a pretty significant low. I would be, it might not be a lowest low, but the Ace of Cups is very often a lowest low, especially on the scale of a 1 year. You want to go over here, buddy? How you feeling, little guy? You're a good boy, you know. You're such a good boy. Everybody loves you. You know, such a happy guy. Such a happy guy you are. 150. Yeah, it looks like we probably see 160. It looks like we're probably like it's there's a divergence in September with Tesla's 1 year and the 1 month, probably because there's like some on the 1 year there's some timing that's off a little bit, and it does look like the timing's kind of wiggled a little bit here. We've done pretty solid on the 1 year thus far, but with that said, I saw a highest high here between on the cusp of August September, but I think we saw this highest high here in July, and then now we're into a trough. So more likely it is that we see two highs. Like we probably see another high around that 300, and we probably also see down here in the 160s. But as far as like the 2 week wiggle room, like there's probably some wiggling going on here on the 1 year is what's going on. What does Bloomin' Brands stock look like towards end of November? Bloomin' Brands. BLMN. So Bloomin' Brands, what's the overall trend direction between now and the end of November for Bloomin' Brands, BLMN? It's bearish, it's looking significantly bearish. Do I see Bitcoin reversing on August 24th? Oops. Yep. Still looks like that. Is the Apple trade still in play from the 24th to the 25th? Where did it go? Yep, still looks like a good trade. Is it fiscally prudent? I'm guessing you want to know if it's a good idea or not. Because it is fiscally prudent, but is it a good idea to be prudent then? Before August 28th. I got a unicursal for that, so I'd say that's a pretty significant yes. Hey Sancho, welcome. Yeah, so we just went through Bitcoin, but basically what we determined is that it's hard to determine if we have more downside, but what I can say is that the low is going to be here. It's pretty. I mean, I was off on it on the low slow on this reading, but with that said, looking at what's left, where's the Bitcoin reading? Oh my gosh. The Princess of Cups here is very bottomy, and then a new local high here at the end of the month. There's probably a significant move here, especially in those last 4 days. But the 24th in the midst of a decline is where I'd probably open up a long position. All right, let's just take a look at SPY one more time here. See how we ended up for the rest of the day. And then we're gonna roll. Oh, I don't like using this. I like to use the original chart. Yeah, so probably more downside there in the pre-market. in my exit for that short position, I think I was looking at the wrong day. So let me get rid of this stuff is confusing me. Let me get rid of these other ones first. Getting in my way. All right. So tomorrow, yeah. So probably the wrong advice because I was looking at the wrong day. But tomorrow, what I would do if I didn't already get into a short position, or if I chose to close the short position today for a day trade, either way, if I didn't get into a short position here, or I did and I closed it for a day trade here, I would say tomorrow morning you want to get into a short position, which you then first thing in the morning in the midst of a rally, and then you'd want to hold that short position until midday, or actually, matter of fact, probably the 24th first thing in the morning. It's pretty tricky, guys, because we've got that reversal coming. So trade at your own risk at this point, guys. Tomorrow's the 23rd, officially Mercury retrograde. Things do not go as expected. It's just part of Mercury retrograde. You're welcome, Sancho. AV, that's a yes. It does mean that it's most likely in the same place in October as the other ones. And with that said, guys, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits forward. One of these charities, 5% of the profits back to the channel. Thank you very much. Leaves you with 90% of the money. Make sure to spend it out of love. As long as you follow those rules, universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel, my friends. Other ways that you can support: Asometa posts, 1 month consecutive dailies. That's our top, like our highest end product. We're like basically like we do the S&P 500 by the day or by the hour every day. We can do that for 30 consecutive days of any ticker or crypto that you pick for that 1 month consecutive daily. Our most popular product, monthly subscriptions. You get the paid version of all of the monthly subscriptions that we do, plus the ones that you don't see with this $250 subscription. Like, we have a monthly subscription to Google and Amazon, but you can't get it just individual. It's part of this 30 days access to all paid. And then also, I'm not sure if people are aware, but we also do private sessions, 60-minute and 90-minute consults. Great way to intro into working with Asometa as well.